As an artist who does what people would consider offensive lyrics, what they would consider offensive lyrics, do you feel compelled at all to try and get with the program and not use those lyrics?
Wow, I mean, the program. Let me get this right. Like, okay.
Let me do it.
Wait. The president. They want to tell. Are you familiar with politics?
Absolutely.
So you're familiar with the president's #2 man, and you're familiar with him resigning based on him using maybe what we call a dating service. Maybe he's hanging out with hoes that we mentioned in the music. That makes you, if that doesn't make you aware of a situation that exists. I mean, sure, the music is a mirror, and hip hop's a reflection of the environment that we grew up in. It's the harsh realities that end up in the music. If I ask you to paint a picture of the American flag and not use the color red, you're gonna have a difficult time. You know, so to capture what we're trying to capture in the art form, I'm sure some conservative Americans can't actually ID with it because of their lifestyle and the way they've actually been brought up, and they haven't been exposed to these realities. You know, I understand it. I'm actually angry at some points when I'm confused or I don't have information. So, again, I understand why I'm constantly being attacked on some levels, but you see T.I. anxious to answer the same question because he falls into the same category. Also, all of hip-hop. It's difficult for you to find a hip-hop album that has had any success that hasn't had content on some level that was a little racy, you know?
What about Master P? He's announcing he's
well, Master P doesn't sell CDs anymore. You can tell him I said it. Cameras is rolling, right?
There's no doubt that the gangsta activity is very real in poor black communities, and therefore artists who are connected with gangsta activity will be singing about those realities. And they ought to be wrestling with those realities. We all ought to be concerned with those realities.
I just want to say that hip-hop didn't create violence. And you know, violence is entertaining. My favorite television show, hands down, The Sopranos. You know, I saw Tony kick someone till the teeth came out. And I like to watch that. A lot of hip-hop fans like to hear the violence. That's something that we have to just accept. Now, is that the only representation of hip-hop? Wait a second. It is not the only type of hip-hop that sells. So we hear a lot like, oh, well, we do this violent hip-hop because this is what's selling. No, Kanye West came out on his first album. He wasn't talking about any of that. You know what I'm saying? And he sold very well. So like I said before, we have to diversify what we're hearing and what we're taking in.
Hip-hop is a way to relate to the people and the public. And like you say, Kanye dropped his first album. It was College Dropout. Okay, well, he related to a bunch of college kids. A bunch of college kids bought his records, you know what I'm saying? Whereas me, I come from an urban community. I come from the west side of Atlanta, Bankhead, one of the roughest communities in Atlanta. So I'm gonna make music that's going to relate to the people who are in and around that setting and those scenarios and those under those circumstances. And if I gotta throw some B's, N's, H's and talk about some 4, 5s, 9s and some AKs in order to trick somebody into learning some on another one of my songs on the album, then so be it. Ain't no way you can listen to a T.I. record and say that's all you got from it. Ain't no way.
And I mean, even Laura Hill said, "I throw an MF in so the ignorant hear me."
Exactly.
But Nelson, I want you to come in because even with this, and even if we buy the premise that this is just a reflection, when does it evolve to go beyond that?
It's never merely a reflection. It's an interpretation.
Here's the challenge. We have a community where we have young black men who are unemployed, young black men who are not being educated.
Right.
What these guys do, they're very skillful at it, is they make commercials. Mm-hmm. They make commercials to sell product. Mm-hmm. And they sell jeans and they sell other things aside from records. But the same information that makes them buy apple-bottom jeans does affect people's lifestyle choices. Sure. We can't negate that. A lot of artists try to say, well, the home decides that. But come on. In the real world, video games also decide it. and rap records also decided, and movies also decided. So we can't act like these things don't have an effect on behavior.
Let's stop giving hip-hop the blame for America's problems. It's like hip-hop is taking the blame for everything that's wrong with not just black people, with America, period. America is built on finance. Right. Finance from jump. Well, I don't care what it is. If you put one booty on TV and it sells 1 million, the next person's gonna put 2 just to sell it. You feel what I'm saying? Because why? Because, like you said again, we don't own the labels. We don't own the label, so whoever owns the label, they're about making money. You think they really give a damn if our community gets cleaned up? They don't care.
You have to give a damn.
I agree.
I want you to get this.
But behind that, it's about the non-for-profit organizations and people taking a chance and saying, yo, what do you do, young brother, behind the scenes that is helping your community? Come ask me. Don't just look at the TV and assume, because when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So don't do that. Just come to me and ask me. Say, yo, young brother.
Image. Here's the thing. The video of you doing whatever behavior you do is more powerful, and more penetrating into the consciousness of everyone here than your nonprofit.
Why is that? Why is that?
Well, you know what?
That's a standard that was set in the home.
It all starts at home. Are you a father? You're not a father, okay? I'm a father of 5, okay? And my kids watch BET, they watch all kinds of videos, they watch movies, they listen to music, they like 50, they like Lil Wayne, they like, you know, whomever you can mention. But when my children look at this TV and see these videos and listen to this music, I don't care how impressionable it is. They know they ain't gonna have to deal with 50, they gonna have to deal with daddy. You dig what I'm saying? And I think that's where it starts. I think that we looking to the rappers, athletes, and actors to raise our children instead of doing it ourselves in our homes. That's honestly my thing. And I think that people are blaming hip-hop, you know, when they really should be looking in the mirror and blaming themselves. You know, how much more time could I have been there for my child? You know, I'm on a CD. He listened to me, but you know, I can't listen back. You know, I talk to him. He can't. I don't know what he getting from it. You do. You know what I'm saying? You know when he wake up and you see him dressed in a shirt you never seen him in before, and you know what I'm saying, you figure this could be the beginning of something, why don't you stop and why don't you talk to him about it? Ask him where he got that from. You know, if you don't do that, it's gonna grow into something bigger and bigger. You dig what I'm saying? The things that I say come from the life that I used to live. And this is like he said, a harsh reality that maybe most of you are fortunate enough to not to have ever dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all don't know what it's like, the way if you don't sell this bomb of dope, you ain't gonna have nothing to eat for the next 3 days. You know, most of y'all don't know what that life is like. And I know the B word, the H word, and the N word are the words that's under attack right now. But I don't know if you know it or not, people, but it are bitches, niggas, and hoes that live in America. And as long as that fact exists, I think rappers deserve the right to talk about it.